Boron, A Relationship with Strawberry Production by Sarah Richardson. An overview of strawberry production is given here. Strawberries are typically grown in the plasticulture system with raised rows covered in plastic for the excess water to run off. Sandy loam and sandy clay loam soils are preferred for good drainage. pH it can be ranging from 6.0 to 6.2. Strawberries require full sun, a minimum of 6 hours per day. A medium rate of mineral application is 70 pounds of nitrogen per acre, 125 pounds of phosphorus per acre, and 50 pounds of potassium per acre for the year they are established. The rate for boron is 1 pound to the acre. Photos will be taken before and after to document the stages of plant growth and reaction to fertilizer treatments. Boron deficiency of misshapen fruit is shown here. Photo credit from Brian Whipker at NC State. The questions of this experiment are: 1. Does the type of application, granular versus foliar, in the home garden setting matter? 2. Will a raised bed with a mixture of soils, compost, and other materials be sufficient for strawberry drainage? The strawberries used in this experiment were planted in mid-December of 2023, which is late for strawberry planting. The soil in this raised bed is a combination of compost, potting mix, animal manure, and pine needles. Wire fencing was placed on the raised bed to deter animals from eating the leaves. Photos were taken before and after all fertilizer applications. I hypothesized that foliar boron will aid in plant growth and leaf greenness, and the leaves will be larger in comparison to the control and the granular boron. On February 20th, 2024, flags were laid out breaking the raised bed into 3 sections, 1 control, 1 for granular boron, and 1 for foliar boron. There were 3 to 4 plants in each section. The soil was sent off to Waters Agricultural Labs for container analysis. The soil sample report came back that the pH of the soil was 6.8, which is high for growing strawberries. The report showed that the nitrate and potassium levels were low and that the boron levels were optimum. Through feedback that my peer gave me from our pack-back assignment, my peer found that nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium foliar applications are not as effective as soil applications, and foliar applications could result in leaf necrosis. To err on the side of caution, I took my peer's comments into consideration and applied a granular fertilizer to avoid the risk of leaf necrosis. A 60% potash and 21-00-24 ammonium sulfate mixture was applied to the entire raised bed to help drop the pH, and the bed was watered on February 20th. Due to these soil sample results, after discussing with Dr. Krause, the project methods were modified. The new project methods changed to split the raised bed into 2 sections, the control on the left and only foliar boron on the right. After the adaptation of this experiment, question 1, the hypothesis changed to: does foliar boron have an increased effect on plant growth and leaf development? I hypothesized that foliar boron will aid in plant growth and leaf greenness, and the leaves will be larger in comparison to the control. The foliar boron applications used in this experiment were a 50 part per million solution created by mixing 1.5 ounces of 10% boron with 32 ounces of water. During the week of March 9th, the bed received about 5 inches of rainfall over the course of the week. The first foliar boron application was made on March 13th. The second foliar boron application was made on March 20th. On March 27th, toxicity symptoms of boron were apparent in the foliar treatment, primarily on the outer edges of the leaves. No further boron applications were made. On April 3rd, plants started to green back up. On April 10th, the conclusion was made that in this experiment, the foliar boron application hindered plant growth due to the boron toxicity. The control plants here on April the 10th helped to show what healthy strawberry plants would look like and help us answer the question that yes, this raised bed with a full of mixture of different soils and compost was sufficient enough for. I chose to do a video for this project as I thought it would be the most entertaining way to show the progress of plant growth over time. This project could have been better if the soil sample had been set off prior to planting. Then I would have known the boron levels were sufficient and could have chosen to move this project into a different direction by exploring a different nutrients relationship with strawberries. This would have also made the project smoother as a whole without having to change project goals and questions. My peers was that there was a lack of actual information about how much foliar boron was applied. Because the foliar boron was applied with the spray bottle, we do not know how much was actually put on the plants and if an equal amount was applied to each plant. The sources are listed here. Thank you.